Racing. Broken a reasonable line too. One of the first out here. Mazaire bounced quickly with Lady Marple at spring again, away quickly, and just behind them La Passion. Blazing Aura back on the inside from Lady of the Manor Accumulation. Further back by Nancy, followed by Melinty. Then Smidgen, and last of all Kirkberg on the first turn, and Mazaire in front now from its spring again. Lady Marple had to check and ease back. Bit of a chain reaction. Blazing Aura got up on the inside. Then Lady of the Manor and La Passion pushed out deep. Smidgen improved on the fence from Accumulation. Then racing deep my Nancy from Melinty, and Kirkberg last of all. Well off the fence, and Mazaire in front now. A good 3 or 4 away from the rail. Blazing Aura back inside at second. Its spring again's gone up third. Then came Lady Marple, La Passion out wide. Behind those Accumulation on the outside of Smidgen. One off the fence, Lady of the Manor. Then came Melinty and 2 to Kirkberg, and by Nancy dropped to the rear. Mazaire in front, wants to hang away from the rail. Blazing Aura's got up inside it. Its spring again is wider out in the track now. They're followed by Smidgen. Mazaire being claimed by Blazing Aura. Blazing Aura got up on the inside to hit the front when they turn for home now from Mazaire, who's having another crack at it. They're followed by Smidgen, the rail from its spring again, and Melinty. Blazing Aura, Mazaire at spring again coming at them. Blazing Aura, Mazaire at spring again on the outside. They hit it. I'd say it spring again may have won this a nose, Mazaire and Blazing Aura. Melinty is pushed up in the centre. Behind those Accumulation from Smidgen. Then came Kirkberg, a gap Lady Marple. Then My Nancy from La Passion and Lady of the Manor near the tail. It's a photo.
Well, if 6 gets it at spring again, $552, 3 Mazaire, 180, 480 for 5, Blazing Aura.
Okay, 6 at spring again, 582 even, and it has got it from 3 Mazaire to pay 170, and 5 Blazing Aura, $5.30.
Right on the line, it's spring again, gets the bound in to score here, number 6. From 3 Mazaire and 5 Blazing Aura, after Mazaire has hung most of the last 800 metres. Blazing Aura's got through to head it. Mazaire's come back at it, and Oliver's been able to lift its spring again to get the last bound in right on the post to gain the day. Numbers are up, 635, 635 to race number 3 today, 6, 3 and 5. A good win, right on the post. She's grabbed victory, and she's won by a head. Now she's got that dive in right on the post. She's got up to win by a head, a short half head between second and third, a head, a short half head. So it's a big bound to gain the day here for its spring again, right on the wire. Close up is Melinty, number 4, in 4th placing from number 2, which is Accumulation, and Smidgen is officially 6th. Yeah, big bound right near the post is gained the day for its spring again, which is by Last Tycoon from
Right, more from Brian shortly on the...
Racing. Away in a good line too. Angel's Image blazing home near the inside, bounced away quickly. Fairway Lasses dropping back with Arctic Scent getting across now. Back at the tail of the field, Innocent Affair and Sweet Delight travelling forward when they settle down, and it's Innocent Affair taking over from Sweet Delight. 3rd Angel's Image, followed by Recitals blazing home. Derobe is back running 6th around that first turn. 2 or 3 Queenstown Kate from Arctic Scent. Last of all Fairway Lass into the back. Innocent Affair nearly a length in front of Sweet Delight. 3rd Angel's Image a length away. A length then to Recitals running 4th, 1 off the fence, 2.5 further back to Robay on the outside of Blazing Home. 2 to Queenstown Cape, 1.5 further back, then Arctic Centre. Last of all Fairway the Lass. A good even speed around that turn now, coming off the back at the 850. It's Innocent Affair a length in front of Sweet Delight. 1 then to Angel's Image, who's still back along the inside. They're followed by Recitals. 2 to Robay going up 5th. She's had a nice run from Blazing Home. 2 or 3 further back Queenstown Kate. Arctic Centre about 5 lengths off to Robay at the moment. She's back second last, and Fairway Lass last of all. 550 out, Innocent Affair about to be joined by Sweet Delight. Then Angel's Image, Recitals, and to the outside, Derobe starting to close. 2 to Queenstown Kate from Blazing Home. Arctic Set not going well, dropped to last, and Fairway Lass went around her. Sweet Delight hit the front on the turn now from Innocent Affair. Recitals, Derobe. Queenstown Kate coming home well, and Angel's Image can't get out. In the straight, 200 to go. Sweet Delight skipped away. 3 lengths in front now from Queenstown Kate, followed by Derobe. Sweet Delight 2 or 3 in front. Queenstown Kate, Derobe trying hard, but it's Sweet Delight, and Sweet Delight scores. A length and 3/4 Derobe, a half head away 3rd. Queenstown Kate, and then Angel's Image. Arctic Scent seemed to drop the bit at the 600 metre mark. She battled only in the straight. Then Innocent Affair, a gap to Blazing Home, Recitals, and Fairway Lasses near the tail.
3 Sweet Delight, 13.30, 3.25. Derobe, $1.10, and number 9 Queenstown Kate, $2.10.
3 Sweet Delight, 13.10 and 3 even. Number 5 Derobe to return 139. Queenstown Kate 2.10.
5 second Derobe, Damien Oliver, and 3rd to number 9 Queenstown Kate, ridden by Dan Nicklick, 3, 5 and 9.
is correct. Wade Hallidan, race 4 on 10.72.
Correct.
Okay, footy update with Hamish.
Racing. Broken a good line down on the inside. Second coming, Suavity bounced away quickly. Bonfire showing some speed. Further out is Schubert, Gold Guru. 4 or 5 in line, and further out Dennis Soraya. Mustang Red is nice and handy but wide going down to that first turn now. Second coming, Gold Guru and Dennis Soraya on the outside of those. Mustang Red 4 wide around that first turn. A length further back then Suavity, followed by Bonfires. Then Schubert outside Bradman, 2 lengths Calistair and Racy Dancer into the back, 1100 to go. They take formation. Second coming kept the lead, a neck in front now. From on the outside, Dennis Soraya, 2 for the back, Mustang Red. Over on the inside, Gold Guru, 2 to Suavity, running 5th on the inside of Bonfires. A length and a half further back, Bradman outside at Schubert. They're followed by the last 2 coming off the back straight, and they are Calistair and outside it, Racy Dancer. Leaving the 800-metre turn behind, 46.8 for that first 800. So they've really clipped along, and the leader is second coming, about a half in front of Dennis Soraya, 2 to Mustang Red. Then Gold Guru, followed by Schubert to the outside, then Bonfires, and further back Bradman, Calistair, Racy Dancer and Suavity. Second coming in front, Dennis Soraya struggling. Schubert on the outside, coming with his run with Bonfires around Mustang Red. Gold Guru can't get a run, and then Calistair and Bradman, they turn for home. They've got to second coming out wide. Schubert's hit the front now with Bonfires. Turning now, Schubert and Bonfires get to the lead. Bradman trying to get out from behind Calistair. In the straight, Schubert in front now from Bonfires and Calistair. Then Gold Guru, Schubert and Bonfires from Calistair. Schubert's got his nose in front, heading to the line. Bonfires hits back. Oh, very close. Not sure, Schubert or Bonfires, heads up and down. Third home, Calistair, Bradman behind those. Then Suavity, further back, Gold Guru. Mustang Red, second coming, Racy Dancer and Dennis Soraya.
Schubert, number 2, if it gets it, 280.150. 8 Bonfires is 620.180, and 7 Calistair, 330.
Calling for the
2 Schubert if it gets it, $3.160. The other one, 8 Bonfires, $5.61.80. 7 for third, Calistair, $3.30.
Schubert gets it right on the line, number 2. Schubert has nosed out Bonfires right on the line in record time, 1:37. Great finish to the Moonee Valley Bill Stott Stakes. Bonfires and Schubert headed up and down, and Schubert gains the day over Bonfires right on the post, and third going to 7 Calistair. It'll be a nose. Calistair third, Bradman fourth, and a new record with the pace on, 46.8 for the first 800, and the leaders had to come back. And it was Schubert who refused to give in, with Bonfires driving at him again near the post, but Schubert's got in by a short half head with a long neck between second and third. It's Schubert home in the Moonee Valley Bill Stott Stakes today, number 2, ridden by Steve King. Patient ride. The speed of the race allowed Steve to bring Schubert into the race, 4 out, turning for home. And although Bonfires inside him came at him, it's just a whisker in favour in record time for Schubert. And the Hayes family have had great success in this race. They won it with Blevick in 94. They won it with Zabeel in 89, Alberta Jazz in 88. And Peter Hayes scores here with Schubert, number 2. In race.
Just ahead of the totes, let's go to Dubbo, is Craig Smithers.
They're racing now. Aussie Cozzy, Stately Bay bounced away quickly. He-Man a bit slow to get going. Elegant Lass is dropping back. It's back last with Sober Affair. Away quickly, Checkmore. Checkmore leads Aussie Cozzy, settling down, 2.5 Fragment. Then Spondula from Stately Bay, 3 out, a length and a half, He-Man. They're followed by Grand Bay and 2 further back. Then Sober Affair, Elegant Lass, and Always a Chance. Through the gap now at the 600-metre mark. Aussie Cozzy a half length in front of Checkmore. Stately Bay up third. Spondula fourth from He-Man, fifth, a length for the back, Fragment. Then Grand Bay, Elegant Lass needs some luck from there. Then Sober Affair and Always a Chance last of all. Aussie Cozzy up on the outside of Checkmore when they turn. A length and a half, Spondula. He-Man around Stately Bay. Then further back, Fragment from Elegant Lass turning for home. Aussie Cozzy and Checkmore the rail. From on the outside, He-Man followed by Fragment. And Elegant Lass trying to get through. It's Aussie Cozzy and Checkmore, and out wide a He-Man from Fragment up on the fence. Fragment diving through. Fragment gets up to beat Checkmore. Might be He-Man third from Aussie Cozzy. No luck in the straight. Elegant Lass from wider out. Grand Bay and Always a Chance. Then further back in the race, Stately Bay, followed by Spondula, and near the tail is Sober Affair.
Number 5, Fragment, 662.22, 10 Checkmore to pay $5, and number 11, He-Man, $5.60.
5 Fragment to pay 7, 10, 230, 10 Checkmore to pay 440, and 11 He-Man 560. Manly 6, Newcastle 0.
5, 10, 11. Gouchy getting the rails run on Fragment. Off the one gate, has got up on the inside of Checkmore to game the day. 5, 10, 11. 5, 10, 11 here. Close fourth is number 2, Aussie Cozzy, and not having much luck getting a run in the straight was Elegant Lass. Just with her pattern of dropping out, she needs plenty of luck in the straight. And she's right on the heels in 5th placing ahead of number 3, which is Grand Bay. 5, 10, 11. Fragment D. Gouchy, number 10, Checkmore, Lucas Dowson, and on the outside, 11, He-Man, Chris Muntz, 5, 10, 11 to race number 6 today. Good ride by the Gouch, waited for the run and got it. So off gate number 1, he hasn't gone around one.
Keep on neck.
And is scored by a head with the neck between second and third and 58.6. Sectionals 45.7, 35.2, 24.2 and 12.4. Fragment pushing up on the inside, better known as a horse who appreciates the softer ground. The runs, the wins before have basically come off rain-affected tracks, but he waited for the run, the Gouch, and he got it. And he has beaten number 10, Checkmore, who was up there punching for the lead with Aussie Cozzy. Elegant Lass back last early. That's just her pattern, though, and she just needs the luck.
I believe Brian there ahead of Totes. Race 6 at Mornington.
6 Lady Blaze, 225, 125. Kingston Stage, 165. Sahara Andy, 250. Quinella, 520. The trifecta, 54.20. The computer is taught to recognise US and drop those names off, for instance, if they're bred overseas, etc. But unfortunately, it's recognised us here as US, but we've been able to type it in. So we'll get our computer expert, Malcolm Weldon, onto the job, and he'll have it fixed the next time Pennies for Us goes round. The Minderey Halidon Cupfield gets set quickly. Here's Ron.
So looking at them in the yard, I thought that Ainbury looked well. Pitterpat's Pride, despite his 11 years of age, looked okay. Lagonic, Montana Blues, Pennies for Us, and Delbra and Sovereign Game all look very well. I've given the nod here to Montana Blues, number 4, over number 9, Delbra, and number 3, Lagonic, and Pennies for Us. And most of them are set. They're moving up very well here for the Minderey Halidon Cup. Score through from the preliminary final of the South Australian National Football League. Central District 5-1. Early in the second quarter, Norwood 3-1. Now Delbra tossing the head about. They're off. Away they go in the cup. Delbra jumped very well. Irishman away on the inside fairly well with it. Lagonic steadied coming out of the gates to ease back to the inside, and wider out was Armbra and Ainbury coming across from Top Jewel. Pitterpat's Pride, the grey, is there, and wider out Montana Blues working towards the front running. Razor Warrior getting back, followed further back by Pennies for Us, and Sovereign Game will settle at the tail. Irishman is obliged by taking up the running 3/4 in front of Armbra at the post with under a circuit to go. Delbra gets the run of the race third from Ainbury, followed then by Montana Blues. Over on the inside of Montana Blues next was Pitterpat's Pride, followed by Top Jewel outside of Lagonic. Razor Warrior was next, then a length and a quarter further back behind those. In second last placing, Pennies for Us, and last of all a length and a half off to Sovereign Game. Good generous speed. Irishman shows the way, working towards the far straight, and he just slows it off a little bit now. In second placing, Armbra within a length, about 3/4 the inside Delbra. Couldn't ask for a better run. A length and a quarter further back to Ainbury. 2 lengths away, Montana Blues outside of the old-timer Pitterpat's Pride, who's running on nicely along the inside at the moment. Top Jewel inside Razor Warrior, further back Pennies for Us outside of Lagonic, and a length and a half away, but under restraint at the moment is Sovereign Game. In that order, they move along the far side towards the 800-metre marker, and the leader on the inside, Irishman, joined now by Armbra, 1.5 away behind them, Ainbury on the outside of Delbra. Another length and a half, Montana Blues, about a half the inside, then Pitterpat's Pride from Razor Warrior, Top Jewel. Pennies for Us, Lagonic, and last of all, Sovereign Game moving to the outside. They're bunching a little as they move onto the side turn, and Armbra took over, got a length and a half in front of Ainbury. Delbra now working into the action. Irishman's the first horse beaten. Montana Blues and around the outside, Pitterpat's Pride. Top Jewel looking for a run, and Lagonic comes deep, and then Pennies for Us as they bunch right up, coming around the home turn. You could cover them with a tea towel. And out wide on the track, Ainbury goes after Armbra. Pitterpat's Pride, here's Lagonic. Delbra back behind those is now starting to look for a run, and it can't get one. As they move down to the 100 now, Pitterpat's Pride, the old-timers, raced up to go to the front from Armbra. Pitterpat's Pride in front, and Pitapat's Pride, the 11-year-old, won 3/4 of a length to Wambra. Third, I think, Lagonic from Dilbra, who just didn't get that run over the last 150 after having a beautiful run in the race. And then came Ainbury just knocking up a little. Further back then came Top Jewel, Razor Warrior. They were followed by Montana Blues, then Pennies for Us, Sovereign Game, and Irishman was last of all. Interesting story about that race. That horse, Pitapat's Pride, is an 11-year-old out of a mare called Pitapat, who won her maiden on this track about, oh goodness knows, 16, 17 years ago or something like that. And I don't think the Morgan brothers have had too many runners in between time. They've run the time of 2:01.52, 2:01.52, and that is another record. So that's a new track record. They ran a track record earlier on with Shandon in the previous. So 2 successive track records have gone under here today. And as we mentioned earlier, the on-course tote looks like becoming a new record as well. Well, Pitapat's Pride, number 2, an 11-year-old grey gelding. That's his 103rd start for 19 wins, 18 seconds and 18 thirds. How about that for consistency? Pitapat's Pride by John's Hero from Pitapat. Gillian Winkley riding for Max Morgan and is raced by the Morgan brothers along with Miss H.C. Beaton, and has made the trip up from Narracourt in the state southeast. Ambra second, almost pinched it at odds, number 8 by Southern Appeal, In Cash, John O'Connor, Clayton Bromley, and Lagonic will get third from Delbra. Lagonic number 3, looking at that quite clearly, by Goldcrest from Lively Finish, Wayne Kerford for Joe Hall. And it'll be interesting to see what this trifecta pays, with Pitapat's Pride about a 15-1 chance, Ambra about a 33-1 chance, and Lagonic about a 7-1 chance. I'd like to have a slice of it. Okay, that's the Mindry Hallidan Cup over for yet another year. A record-breaking win. A record-breaking win. Numbers are 2, 8 and 3, and it's a photo for 4th. It's a photo for 4th, 2, 8 and 3, as we go back to All Studios.
Gillian Winkley bringing Pitapat's Pride back after the Mindry Hallidan Cup. Age shall not weary him.
Off and running. Come away in a good line too. Lord Ted bounced quickly with near the inside here Sunny Lane, and pushing forward Belzevere with Australis Bazaar. From the outside, Damascus Road, Super Cat a prominent down to the winning post the first time. From the outside, Damascus Road going over in front now from Sunny Lane, Belzevere, followed by Super Cat. Australis Bazaar just behind them, 5th from Lord Ted. Our Sumo 3 deep and 4 wide, Bright Spot. Then Navajo Flash from Berserk, Joe Gar, Litmus, and last of all Royal Snack. Down the side, 15.50 up now, and the leader is over on the inside, Damascus Road, getting out about 2.5 lengths in front of Super Cut, and Sunny Lane 3rd, Belzevere 4th. Our Sumo can't get in, he's 3 deep. Over on the inside, Australis Bazaar, 3/4 further back, Lord Ted. Navajo Flash over on the inside from Bright Spot. 1.5 Berserk from Joe Gar, Litmus, and last of all Royal Snack at the turn of the 1200 metre mark, and it's Damascus Road out in front by nearly 2 lengths to Super Cut, who's on the outside of Sunny Lane. Then Our Sumo still 3 deep around Belzevere, on the fence Australis Bazaar. 1.5 further back, running 7th now, Lord Ted away from the fence, and Bright Spot 3 out at the 1,000 metre mark from Navajo Flash. Then Berserk from Litmus, 3 out from Joe Gar, who went back to second last, and Royal Snack brought up the rear. Leaving that bottom turn now at the 900 metre mark, and Damascus Road over a length in front of Super Cut 2nd. Sunny Lane parked away, a half away 3rd. 2 lengths further back, Our Sumo. Hasn't had much luck getting on the track at the moment, Our Sumo, around Belzevere and Australis Bazaar. Lord Ted, Bright Spot pulled out deep from Navajo Flash, then Berserk, Litmus. Further back, Royal Snack, and Joe Gar's gone back to the tail, and Lord Ted seemed to run into trouble. I think he's been eased up out of the race. Yes, something's gone amiss with Lord Ted. Off the back, 500 to go. Super Cut goes to Damascus Road. Our Sumo still battling on, although he's been wide. Sunny Lane waiting for the run. They kick away about 2.5 in front of Australis Bazaar, and then Belzevere and Navajo Flash. Our Sumo, Super Cut get to the front turning. It's Our Sumo hitting the lead now from Super Cut. Sunny Lane now on the outside going to Our Sumo. Sunny Lane races to Our Sumo, who fights back. Then Navajo Flash, Sunny Lane in front, and Sunny Lane the mare gets up to win a neck to Our Sumo. Navajo Flash 3rd, and 4th Australis Bazaar. Then further back in the race, Super Cut, Joe Gar, Berserk, Litmus and Royal Snack finished on out wide. A gap in the race, Bright Spot from Damascus Road, Belzevere, and Lord Ted has been pulled up at the 450 metre mark. The rider Greg Hall quickly out of the saddle. The horse...
7 Sunny Lane to pay 12.63.66 Our Sumo, $1.80. 9 Navajo Flash, $5.
Number
7 Sunny Lane, 12.10, 380. Number 6 Our Sumo to pay $1.90, and 9 for third Navajo Flash, $4.30. Daily double 2 and 7, $41.
9 here after the JRA Cup today. 7, 6 and 9 was Sunny Lane sitting on the speed and getting up to Our Sumo, which has been a huge run after being caught wide all the way. And Sunny Lane has had the last crack at Our Sumo, who fought back in third place into Navajo Flash, 4th in Australis Bazaar number 12, 5th in number 3, and that was Super Cut. This horse going amiss, Lord Ted, at about the 600 metre mark, and the rider Greg Hall quickly eased the horse down.
No, I don't think so.
And he's just up at the point of the home turn now, Lord Ted. Just can't see.
Right ahead of Totes, let's go.
And running in the last now. On the inside, Zaginski bounced out quickly with Cornelian, and Sir Boom is prominent, tucking in behind Tennessee Oak. Jiminy further out with Benchmark. From the outside is Miss Tesla going around Toil from Federal Agent. Pearl Prince deep on the first turn. Prior Engagement went back to the tail of the field. Into that first turn they go. Good charge for the front here. It's Carnelian. Jiminy the leaders now. On the outside, Jiminy just shades Carnelian. Sir Boom quickly got up to be third. Fourth then is Benchmark from Miss Tesla. Pearl Prince deep. Zaginski drifted back on the inside of Toil. 2.5 further back then Tennessee Oak and Federal Agent, and last of all Prior Engagement. At the 900 metre mark they race, and Jiminy off the fence about 3/4 Carnelian. Sir Boom third on the outside of it, Miss Tesla. Back in the centre, Benchmark, 1 Pearl Prince around Jaginski. Then Toil, 2 further back Tennessee Oak, Federal Agent, Prior Engagement. On the side they race at the 750 metre mark now. Jiminy outside Carnelian. Miss Tesla's been wide third. Right behind them Sir Boom waiting for the run through, running fourth, followed by Toil. Then Benchmark scrubbed up from Pearl Prince, then Federal Agent, Zaginski. Further back Prior Engagement and Tennessee Oak. Before the turn Carnelian and Jiminy. They're both flat, and Sir Boom is trotting behind them if he gets a run. Toil went around the outside of him though, and when they turn for home it's Carnelian, Jiminy. Toil joins them on the outside. Still Sir Boom can't get out. Then Federal Agent in the straight, and old Toil on the outside hit the front from Carnelian. Sir Boom still can't get that run. Federal Agent wider out now, and coming through in the centre is Tennessee Oak. Toil in front. Sir Boom gets out and grabs them and wins. Sir Boom out late and got up to beat Toil or Tennessee Oak. Then Carnelian from Federal Agent. Further back then Prior Engagement, Jiminy. Zaginski, Pearl Prince, Miss Tesla, and last in is Benchmark.
1 Saboom, 371.60. 4 Toil, $3, and number 7 Tennessee Oak. It's showing 15.60.
1 Saboom, 370, 4 Toil to return 340, and 7 Tennessee Oak to pay $17. Correct weight at Hallidan.
And then Tennessee Oak was getting the late run, but he's got through to score here. Number 1, Sir Boom. Number 1 in the frame. 7 is second. That's Tennessee Oak at any sort of odds. And Toil, just weakening on his run after getting to the front, has got third. Sir Boom, number 1, ridden by Stan Sakos. Numbers are 1, 7 and 4. 1, 7 and 4. Well, he'd have been the best thing Beaton had seen in ages had he not got that run. And that run just dead set wasn't coming. He was going half pace, Sakos, on this coming to the 500 metre mark, rounding the home turn. It was going to be a crying shame to see him get beaten. But little Stanley had nowhere to go on the horse, and Toil had gone up and closed the gap, got its head in front, and then he's been able to push this through. The gap came, and once he saw daylight, he erupted Sir Boom and just swamped them. And has got up to beat number 7, which is Tennessee Oak, who was going to tip them out at big odds at 80 to 1. And Toil is inches away in third placing, so in the last of the numbers are 1, 7, 4. Margin?
Half a length by a short half head, mate.
Thanks, Les. Half a length by a short half head, half length a short half head, and Sir Boom home in the final race for the day.
And the Tats, 147 Saboom.